Spencer Lazara, MMA interviews here in Dallas. UFC 171 fight week. I'm alongside UFC newcomer, Mr. Sean Strickland, taking on Bubba McDaniel, a veteran of the sport, but you are as well. Maybe the UFC fans don't know you as much. You weren't on The Ultimate Fighter, but you have a great record coming from King of the Cage.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around, but I finally got the opportunity to prove myself in the UFC, and I'm pretty excited. Can't wait for that opportunity.
Yep. Talk about the matchup with Bubba. He's a well-rounded guy, southpaw.
You know, I got the call on a pretty short notice. What was it, 18-day notice? But I mean, I looked at Bubba, and he's an athletic guy, and he's big. So I mean, I think he's kind of skated by a lot because he's the athleticism and his stature. But I mean, I don't see much this guy has to offer me from my training partner, from what I've done. From my skill level, I just can't see him being in my same level.
Where are your biggest advantages then in a fight like this?
Man, that's when you're a fighter, you always want to say that you're better than him in every aspect. But honestly, he has some decent takedowns, and if he does manage to get me to the ground, which I don't think he will, but I've been proved wrong before in the past. So if he does manage to get me down, I don't think he's gonna be able to hold me down. And if he does, I'll sweep him. I mean, I think I tap him out. I've seen his jiu-jitsu, and I don't know. I don't think it's in my league.
Nice, man. You are actually, the odds makers have you as a favorite. Does that surprise you?
Well, I mean, to the odds makers, I've been the underdog in a few fights, and I've went out of that the first round.
Yeah. We'll talk about your road to get here. Now you're training, I know, at Millennia MMA right there in Rancho Cucamonga, kind of my neck of the woods.
Yeah, I mean, I was stoked when I went to Millennia. I was still with King of the Cage, and I was wanting to move on to the UFC for a long time, but just legal business and fights I've owed. So once I handled all that, man, they hooked me up with a great management paradigm, and dude, within a month they gave me the call, and I was like, I'm ready, let's do it.
Talk about working with guys like Lorenz and guys like that, keeping your confidence level up there at Millennia and this camp.
Oh man, this camp has been great, dude. With Larkin, wow, man, that guy, he's a stud. I mean, I think he's definitely gonna be one of the top middleweights in UFC, and when his time comes, But he pushes me every day in the gym, dude. He'll throw me in the corner, and he'll just throw body shots, uppercuts, and just talk shit to me the whole time and crack me and get up. And I'm just like, all right, let's do it. So me and him, we banging out. And then there's a lot of up-and-coming guys there, Joe Merritt, Bravo, and then John, they're all out there. We got good guys there.
All right, cool, man. Well, anything else you want to say, Sean?
And I hope I could come to the UFC, perform, win, and hope you guys will be seeing me around more often.
Check him out, Mr. Strickland, live this weekend, taking on Bubba McDaniel's UFC 171.
Hey, this is Ariane Celeste.
This is Uriah Faber.
This is Glover Teixeira.
This is Dan Henderson. You're watching MMA Interviews.
MMA Interviews.
You're watching MMAinterviews.tv.